EPA and WA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for the weekend, March 27th and 28th, 2021. We have a fantastic Saturday coming up with mostly sunny skies, near room temperature as far as highs are concerned, and very little wind. We had a tremendous amount of wind yesterday, and it wasn't so much that we're not used to wind speeds that get in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range. I mean, that's bad enough so as it is. But the gust spread, which is a measure of how frequent the gusts are in a certain amount of time, was one on top of another. And we were getting some gusts that were 45 or better literally every minute for like 2 hours. It was nuts. And then we started getting a little bit of a spread in between, and then it started declining as we got into late afternoon and evening and started backing off just gradually. So today we're not dealing with that, thankfully. A lot of power outages across the region that we're assisting with, and just a mess of a day. I'm glad that's behind us. So we'll be rewarded today with a very nice day. Temperatures, even though we had that system go through and a cold front came through, it's not going to be quite as warm as yesterday, where record highs were set. In addition to that, it was a very warm wind, but we had some numerous record highs that were set and broken across the region. And today we are not going to be quite that warm, but like I said, it's going to be like near room temperature, 68 to 70, thereabouts. So it's going to be pretty nice across the entire region today. So enjoy it, because Sunday is not going to be nice. We're going to have a warm front that's going to be pushing through late tonight and tomorrow morning. So on Sunday morning, you'll be dealing with this periods of showers. The warm front's going to move through initially, and then you'll have a trailing cold front come through in the evening. And ahead of that, there could be some thunderstorm activity for some areas. Okay, so let's get over to the NAM High Res Future Simulator radar, and I'm going to start this off here at 5 a.m. So you have an increase in clouds overnight. Obviously, we were mostly sunny during the day on Saturday. Increase in clouds, and then as we head toward dawn, you're going to have some showers ahead of the warm front pushing through the region. And that warm front, you can pretty much see where that is. It's right down here. Okay. And ahead of that is where all this precipitation is. This is rain, and this is all going to move off to the north. And it's going to, for some areas, actually most areas, you're going to have a little bit of a break before the cold front moves through. The cold front's going to be sitting all the way back here in western Pennsylvania as we get into early afternoon on Sunday. So 1, 2 o'clock, this is what we're looking at here. And then it moves eastward. You get a few more showers rotate through. And then there could be a line of thunderstorms moving through. I don't know about severe weather really in this area. I know the Storm Prediction Center has a marginal risk for our southern areas. We'll keep an eye on it there, but I think it's mainly for severe weather. It's going to be like a DC and south deal down toward Richmond. We'll have some severe weather with that. But there could be some just regular garden variety thunderstorms with this, certainly. And we'll watch that for generally kind of late afternoon, early evening here on Sunday as that rolls through. Once that does roll through, we will have some partial clearing overnight, and will become partly cloudy and breezy overnight. So winds are going to pick up again. Now, don't get excited. This is not going to be anything like we just had yesterday. So we're talking about some wind gusts that are generally 20 to 30, some higher peak gusts to 35. I think we're going to have that kind of cold air advection wind going straight through Monday morning. Okay, so it's going to come in kind of like mid-evening or thereabout on Sunday following that cold front passage, and then that cold air advection wind, which is going to usher in the colder temperatures as well, is going to last through about mid to late morning on Monday. So here's the system going back to the broad image here. System moving through. Again, precipitation ends, mid-evening or thereabout, and then the winds come in. We will turn colder on Monday, but back to near average. We're going to have temperatures generally low to mid-50s, where they should be for this time of year. So we haven't been near normal for a while. We're so used to this 60s and 70s thinking that's what normal is, and it's really not. We're not quite there yet. This is still March. This is late March, but it's still March nevertheless, and you still have normal highs in the 50 to 55 degree range north to south. So, that's what we're going to be generally for highs here on Monday. Okay, so back to normal, all right, for a day. Then we turn a little bit milder here on Tuesday. Temperatures are going to get up near 60 again, or maybe into the low 60s in some places. System that we were, European model showing going over us on Tuesday night in previous videos is now well off to the south like it should be. Like we said, it's going to stay off to the south, no big deal. And we will just remain mostly sunny on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, we have this front moving toward the region. So at the very least, you'll have an increase in clouds. There's some timing differences and discrepancies with how quickly it gets here. If the weather comes in later in the day and it's just a partly to mostly cloudy day on Wednesday, or if there are showers, they're going to sneak in here as early as mid to late afternoon, like the GFS is suggesting. So we'll continue to monitor the timing of that, but this is another cold front moving through. And this one is on the lead of a very deep trough sitting behind it here. A very deep trough that's going to get some unusually cold weather to start April. And it's going to, people are going to say it's like an April Fool's joke, waking up on the morning of the 1st, on April 1st, the start of April, April 1st, and it's going to be that cold, okay? We're going to be below average by a good 10 to 12 degrees for both Thursday and Friday, with temperatures stuck in the 40s everywhere across the region, okay? Lower 40s further north, upper 40s further south. So it's going to be pretty cold, especially for opening day here in Philadelphia. Now, this is coming through here in the overnight. The bulk of this is overnight, with the rain may even in the far northern areas, and as a few snowflakes mixing in before the end. I don't think this is going to be an accumulations deal. Yes, I saw the GFS. Yes, I saw a few other models that were suggesting that. But you have to understand, this precipitation is the total precipitation over the previous 6 hours. So this is not is not a simulated radar. So this is looking at the evening on Thursday. All right, this is what the European model is showing anyway. So it's kind of late with the front. So it does not mean that this is what it's going to look like at 8 o'clock at night on Thursday. It means that between the previous 6 hours, between 2 and 8 p.m., this amount of precipitation fell. Okay, and what the snow maps are trying to do is trying to put out some snow here, because it tries to catch the cold up. The cold air rushing in, it tries to catch up to the precipitation before it exits. And I don't think that's right. Okay, so we're going to continue to watch that. If there are changes, or we do have some kind of snow involved with it, we'll, of course, update, take a better look at that next week. There's just not enough support for that right now for me to really jump on that idea. I think it's really just rain for most areas for overnight on Wednesday night, going into Thursday morning. And then it comes to an end, and then we start to clear out later here on Thursday. Again, far northern areas, not impossible to see some snowflakes at least mixing in at the very end before the precipitation ends. But I think this is primarily a rain event for this event. But again, a deep, bold trough is going to settle in and settle over our region for a couple days. Thursday and Friday, we get back to normal the following Saturday, and then we kind of go up from there back to the above average temperatures like we have been seeing recently. So kind of an up and down pattern there, but we're going to go from what's typical of late April as far as high temperatures back to regress back to typical February temperatures by the time we get to Thursday and Friday of next week. But then, of course, we're going to moderate after that point. So just stick it out for a little bit. We're going to watch that system in the middle of the week for timing and exactly what it does. But I wouldn't bank on snow at this point. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for the weekend, March 27th and 28th, 2021. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.